Hey guys, I'm Dustin, and that was Sawyer at the beginning of the video. We're going to talk today about what is a Matthews Genesis Original Bow, and how do you use one? And what about NASP, National Archery and School Program? There's not a lot on it. I've looked. So I decided we're going to cover a video ourselves. Let's dive into this bow and see all about it. Let's go. A lot of you guys know us from our channel. Some of you may be new here. I am an archery instructor, and Sawyer is an archer on a team that I instruct on, and I'm certified through the NASP, National Archery and School Program. And we want to talk about the Matthews Genesis Bow, the original, how to use it, what about it, and then we'll dive into the NASP program as well. All right, so this is the original Genesis bow. This is the bow we're going to be talking about, the bow we're going to be discussing, how to shoot it, how to get good at it, and what programs there are out there to shoot it if you're interested in that. We're going to cover all this. I'm going to do a series on the whole thing because I couldn't find anything out there. I am using new audio this time, so hopefully this works. We got chickens in the background going off, and it's a little bit windy here in Florida, but we're going to keep pressing along and cover this. It is a super fun bow. This is the bow, the official bow for NASP, the National Archery and School Program. It's the bow that everybody has to use there. They can't modify their bow, and we'll go into that as well. These are the arrows that we use. These are the Easton 1820. It's a Genesis archery bow, NASP approved. So you can look at the point here. It's got the 3 fletchings. All right, they come in all kinds of different colors. It's a light arrow, but it is the only arrow that you can use for NASP if you're going to shoot tournament style. And then it's an approved arrow to shoot if you're going to just shoot for fun in the backyard. And we'll go over the different things for that as well. Okay, real quick, let's go into NASP. And I'm not an official spokesperson for NASP at all. But NASP is, once again, it's the National Archery and School Program. It was developed so that kids could get into archery. Kids could learn about archery. They can have fun and compete. You can be on teams or you can shoot as individuals. There's programs in every state and a couple different countries around the world. And it's fun. It's fun to get out there and to compete. But also it's good just to shoot in your own backyard as a hobby or as a sport on your own. And it does also lead into other things such as Olympic target archery, or it could lead into learning how to go out and hunt for archery. So we encourage all that as well. All right, where to buy your Genesis bow? Where can you buy this thing? You can buy this bow at, I'm not sponsored by anybody, so Academy Sports, Bass Pro, Amazon has good deals on them. And there's a mini Genesis that's smaller. And then there's other types of bows, but if you're going to shoot for NASP, you need the official bow, which is the original Matthews bow. It's the original Matthews. So make sure that's the one that you get. Comes in a pack with I think 5 or 6 arrows and a little quiver in this for right around $200. Or you can get just the bow for just under $200. Hey, as I mentioned before, I could not find a whole bunch on these bows and on NASP. So if you have any questions or comments below, it's ask it, because I've had them and I've had to reach out and look and I couldn't find anything. That's the whole reason I'm doing this video. These bows come in all kinds of different colors and options, and you can customize them on the Genesis website as well. All right, so this is a great entry-level bow. It's awesome entry-level bow. It's a universal draw, so it doesn't matter if you're in 4th grade or 12th grade or an adult. So you can draw it back. A little kid can draw this back. The weight adjusts from 10 pounds to 20 pounds. So this bow's more, in my opinion, it's more like so it's a single cam. It's not double cam. So it's not a true compound bow. It shoots more like a recurve bow, just about, as far as the setup. There's no sights at all on this bow. You are the sight. You use the arrow, or you can shoot instinct, and we're going to cover that. What is instinctive shooting? What is gap shooting? We're going to cover those basics. So you can shoot this bow either bare fingers. You can shoot the bow bare fingers. You can shoot it with a shooting glove. You can shoot it with a tab. So there's several ways you can shoot it, and we'll go into shooting 3 fingers below versus split finger. All right. So we'll talk about that, benefits, and how I shoot and how I teach, how I instruct others to shoot. Okay, if you're going to shoot for NASP tournaments, you know, the archery program in schools, you cannot modify this bow. You can change your colored strings, you can change the cams. You got to use the same flipper. You cannot use custom ones that will give you any kind of advantage. No sights. You got to make sure that everything's one color, so there's no way to use that as a sight. You have to use the approved arrows we talked about. I'm looking at my notes here. We'll cover the basic 11 steps of archery that are in NASP and what those are. We'll explain all those. So that's a little bit about this bow. Now we'll dive in a little deeper. Now, as you can see here, these are the basic parts of the bow. You can slow this down or freeze frame it or look online, but these are all the common nomenclature, if you would, parts of the bow. All right, well, let's talk about holding the bow properly, right? So your hand right here, this is called your lifeline right here, right? This right here is going to be where I'm going to hold the bow. I'm going to hold it just like this. So I've got that grip holding in there. And then on my fingers, I teach 3 fingers, 3 under. We use this line, and then it's going to be a mix right there on your middle finger just above it. This is just a starting point. Use what works best for you. All right. If you're shooting NASP, your coach is going to probably tell you one way. If you're shooting for fun, do what works best for you. Okay. But you want to have a good grip on both. So mine looks like this. Okay. Another big part is going to be your stance. So if the target's here, you see how my feet are right here? Let me try to get out of the sun. I want my feet about shoulder width apart, slightly turned towards the target so that I'm facing the target. Okay. Let me get a better view. Okay. So that my stance, I'm facing my target this way. Feet about shoulder width apart. Front foot slightly turned towards the target, right? So when I'm looking at the target, I'm like this. This is which way I'm facing. I've got my proper grip here and my proper grip here. Okay? Now let's talk about the arrow. Nocking our arrow correctly. Your white fletching or your off-colored fletching is going to face out. So since I'm right-handed, I'm going to take this and put it on the arrow rest. And then I'm going to push this into it. Clicks. Listen. Click. All right. So now we're clicked. The fletching is facing out. The odd color fletching is facing out. And it's on the arrow rest. Okay. Then I'm going to get my stance. I've got my grips. I'm going to pull back. And then you can shoot your arrow, okay? So this is a good point right here to mention is never dry fire your bow. Never pull your bow back without an arrow in it and let it go, okay? You can fracture the limbs. You can cause problems. It's not like when you're a little kid, you can just take a bow and like the play ones and just pretend you have arrows. You do not want to do that with these. You can cause major manufacturer problems with this. Not defects. You'll cause it to crack, and then it could be a real big safety issue. First, I didn't mention this, but closed-toed shoes. You need to wear closed-toed shoes. We make you wear that in NASP. We don't want anybody getting injured. I recommend it even in your backyard like we are today. What else we have on here? Arm. Some people you'll see will wear an armband. They make the arm braces right here so that if your string rides and hits you, it doesn't hurt. And that's definitely a problem with beginners. So when you buy the kit, this actually comes with one you can use. But the best thing to do is to fix that problem to begin with. When you're shooting, if that's touching my arm before I pull back, I'm going to have problems, right? So if you're using your lifeline right here and you're fitting it in there good, you're already off center some, and then you can turn, you can rotate your elbow. Okay, I'm wearing long sleeves, so it's probably harder to tell. so that when I come back, I'm slightly rotated out my arm. So it's not like this, it's like this. Okay. May take some practice until you can perfect that, get an armband. But we're not going into all the NASP stuff. I want to get you just shooting in your backyard first for fun, if that's what you're doing. So let's go ahead and handle the fun part. All right, so we're in the backyard. We're just having fun. I got the real quick basics. I got my stance. I'm going to knock my arrow with the fletching facing out the right way. I've got my 3 fingers underneath, right? And then I'm holding. I'm going to line up. I'm going to pull back, and I'm going to release. Okay, let's do another one. I'm not aiming. I'm not doing anything. I'm close to the target. I'm just having fun in the backyard. Cut through, pull back. Same thing. We'll do one more. We're just having fun. I'm starting close, pull back, and having fun. Okay, that's just, you want to learn how to just shoot your bow and have fun in the backyard. That's fun stuff. And I recommend starting close to the target and working your way back so that you or your kids can be successful as they move back and enjoy it. It's always funner when you hit the bullseye or the target at all. You don't want to shoot the fences or over your neighbor's yard or lose your arrows. Start close, and as you get good, you can work your way back. I did not aim at all, and I'll explain how all that works as we move on. All right, the 11 steps to archery success. Sawyer's going to demonstrate them for us. Step 1 is stance. We already talked about it. You're going to have your feet shoulder width apart, front foot slightly towards the target, just like that. Perfect. Step 2, knock. So he's going to get his arrow. You hear that knock? Step 3, draw hand placement. So he's using a tab. So he's got his draw hand placement. Then we have bow hand placement. So remember we talked about the lifeline. He's got his bow hand on there. Not squeezing it like a gun, just putting it in there. All right, now we're going to come up to pre-draw. Next is going to be draw. It's going to be a smooth pull. Anchor, and we'll talk more about the anchor. Aiming, shot setup, release, follow through, and reflect. So that's the 11 steps. Hey guys, I'm just wrapping up editing the video, and I think we're going to call this it for part 1 and pick up on part 2, going more in depth and covering a lot more fun stuff. This was the basic foundation, finishing right here, editing, and we'll see you guys in part 2. See ya.